Hey there, YouTube. Welcome to JT Picks, and today I'm going to be talking about upcoming music that I am super excited for. My first pick for music I'm excited for is obviously, because I am a believer, Justin Bieber's 7th album. I'm super excited for it, even though I haven't been like an uber fan of some of the teasers we've gotten of it, which is like some of the singles like Honest, which I will admit is a guilty pleasure of mine because while I'm not a huge fan of the song, it is pretty catchy, and Don Toliver's part actually gets me pretty hype. And if that's a teaser of the album we're gonna get, then I'm not super excited for it, but as a believer, anything Justin puts out, I will fully back and support 100%. At number 2, I wrote Charlie Puth's upcoming album. Hi, rough editor's note here. This video that you're watching was recorded about like a week before Charlie announced the release of his album. He not only told us the name, but when it's dropping, October 7th. Although I am upset that it's like 2 months from now. I don't know if I want to wait that long for a Charlie album, but hey, it's coming out. I still heavily anticipate it though. This man has been teasing an album for such a long time, and he refuses to drop it. There's at least 4 songs that he has teased that aren't released yet. I know like half of the album already because he's released Left and Right, That's Hilarious, Light Switch, and then we have songs like Loser and Marks on My Neck or Kisses on My Neck. I forgot the name of the song. And then there's at least 2 more that he's done TikToks of. And I just want the album already, Charlie. It's been like a full-on year since you started teasing it, and it's been at least 4 years since Charlie Puth's last studio album. I want another one, and I want it now, Charlie. Of course, this isn't this channel without me talking something related to Christian hip-hop. Lecrae's Church Close 4. I know it's coming out soon. It's around the corner, but come on, Lecrae. I heard something about Lecrae teasing the whole Church Close 4 album at an event in Georgia, so I know it's coming really, really soon. But you know what? I'm going to segue this perfectly into my next super anticipated album, which is New Hollywood. I'm kind of not excited for this album anymore. It's more that I just want it out. I'll take it. I'll take the Donda 2 version, if you know what I mean. I'll take unfinished samples. Just give me the dang album, RG. It hurts how long I've had to wait. I've waited longer than I have for Donda. Probably longer than people have had to wait for Yeezus. This is an album that was in the making in 2019, 2018. So yeah. Just stop playing around, RG, and drop the album, please. He dropped Kids, and now, worst thing, I'm afraid that the time is gonna ruin the album. Here's what I mean. It has been so long since he first teased the album that people's levels of hype are like through the roof, and that when it drops, the hype is what's going to kill it. It's going to be, people are going to be thinking that this is going to be the best album they ever heard, and then when they hear it and it's just like an average RG album, they're going to flip. They're going to be like, what is this garbage? You know what? I have no doubt it'll be a good album, but RG is hurting it himself by taking so long to release it. Maybe it's not RG, maybe it's Reach and they're making him not release it. I don't know, but whoever's stopping it from coming out, they're hurting this album. Just period. They're hurting it. Continuing in a trend of not kept promises, I have Donda 2. The unfinished stadium version of Donda 2 is good, and I've seen that when the songs are properly worked on, they actually get better. For example, the stadium version of Keeping It Burnin', the one with Future. I absolutely hated that song. And the studio one, the one that was worked on, came out, and it's now like one of my favorite songs of 2022. It's catchy. So if Donda 2 is officially released, and I think it's slowly, because I heard that Mr. Miyagi's coming out next, and it's slowly getting released, and the one with Sean Leon's gonna come out soon, and the one with Future, Do I Look Happy, is coming out. It's all coming out slowly, and when it does, then I think Donda 2 will be the perfect album. It will be better than possibly Donda 1 and one of Kanye's best projects, possibly. But yeah, if each song is done properly and right, and it's going to be a great album, and I'm super excited to hear it. Next up, we got Ty Brassel's album Transcendent. I actually heard a release date for this one, which is August 25th. It's not too far around the corner, and I just want to hear it, especially after 2 banging singles. I mean, we got God Is the Best with 1K Few giving some of his best work, and just Set It Off, which is super catchy. Ty's really leaning into this rager music sound. If you don't know what rage music is, or rager music, it's just music that really like kind of focuses on like a synth and hard 808s. So like Miss the Rage, that's a perfect example. 1K Few did a freestyle of it. Look, here's 2 seconds of that type of sound.
Gasper at bat.
That is my definition of what true rager music sounds like. To have Ty Brasel release, hopefully, an album of just rager music, and I'm basing this off of the 2 singles he's released, then I'm truly excited for this. And if it's not a full-on rager album, it's going to be an album of modern sounds, maybe Yeet influences, Drake influences, some Kanye, modern Kanye influences. It's going to have influences from the hip-hop game right now. I've followed Ty from the beginning, and I've loved his music the whole way through. But I think this is going to be peak Ty Brasel here. Like, this is him at his best. Yes, I'm being quiet for this one. Moment of impatience. Musico's Billy. He has been teasing this album for like a year and a half straight. I don't want to hear the words Billy anymore. Every time I hear Bien Normal, I hear him go at the beginning, Billy! Or even at De Buenas, I hear him say that, and it gets me kind of angry because I want Billy. It's going to be such a good album. I want it. Don't tease an album unless you're planning on releasing it in a few months from that time you teased it. Don't make people wait years for an album, or even a year. 4 months max. But don't bring people on like this. With movies, if you announce a movie, people understand that takes time. And so they're willing to be patient, even though sometimes they can't. But they can. They're willing because they understand. With music, no. Some people release music within a week. Some people release music within a day. Some people release music within months. And then you got the crazy people who take years to drop something. So please stop making me wait. Just drop it. I want to hear it, especially after Dosis. It made me want to hear the album even more. So you failed if you tried to hold me over, Musico. You hear that? You failed. I want to hear it more. Dosis was really good, but I need Billy. Next album, well, hopefully it's an album, Owl City. He's announced that in September he's coming out with music, and hopefully you've watched my top 5 artists of all time. Owl City's number 3, and for good reason. This man shaped my tween and the first half of my teen years, and even though I'm not into him as I was when I was younger, I still bump his music. I still love his music. It fills me with nostalgia and this feeling that I miss the old days. And Owl City is just... Look, I'm a pessimist. I am not an optimist. But his music is so optimistic, it just makes me feel good, and I need more Owl City. The world needs more Owl City music because the world is such a dark and dank and depressing place right now. We need more Owl City music, so I cannot wait. Adam, please don't set back. By the way, he's doing this super cool ARG. You can look that up online, ARG. This ARG right now, it's like an alternate reality game. That's what it's called. It's basically using the internet as your board game. He's like leaving clues and you have to solve it, and it's pretty cool. I hope it leads to a single or an album, but just like seriously, Adam, I've been waiting so long. This better not be an All My Friends remix. Don't be an All My Friends remix. Finally, singles and EPs that I am excited for. Let me just get the EP out of the way. I'm kind of excited for, and I know y'all are gonna go, nah, what? Excited for that? Drake's Scary Hours 3. I know Drake has been missing constantly recently. He's been, with first CLB, which was a disaster, and then Honestly Nevermind, which is, that's my feelings to the album. It's honestly Nevermind. I wish it didn't exist. CLB, sorry for hating on you so much. We didn't know how bad Drake could get. Maybe he released that album as a lesson. Maybe he did. Maybe he was like, hey, you guys want to hear what bad music sounds like? Boom. Drop the bad music. But Scary 3 albums, I'm hoping, I wrote this in my review, I'm hoping he will find his redemption there, because so far in every single Scary Hours pack that he's dropped, he has given us something to really just love. Scary Hours 1, he gave us 2 songs, Diplomatic Immunity and God's Plan, and obviously God's Plan is a legendary song no matter how you feel about it. On number 2, he gave us 3 songs, the Lemonhead Freestyle, Lemon Pepper Freestyle, which I'm okay with that song. Wasn't a big fan. What's Next, which is honestly a rager bop, and that Lil Baby feature. You don't even have to say the song name. It's the Lil Baby feature. Period. It's wants and needs, but still, that Lil Baby feature defines the song. If you haven't heard it, you're missing out. Go listen to it right now. Wants and Needs, and literally just listen to the song. At first, it sounds like it's totally terrible, and then Lil Baby comes in and wow. Drake also does a pretty good job too, but Lil Baby just... And finally, for stuff I am highly anticipating, is Christian Brading's Song of an Unknown Name. I had him on the channel here recently. We did an interview, so go watch those. There's 3 parts, and we actually did touch on, he said that he wanted to do a John Mayer sound, and I totally hear it. And from the sound of it, my lord, oh my, it's in my head already. Like, from the moment I played the 2 teasers he's dropped, it's in my head. I want to hear it because I know I'm going to be playing it 100 times over. It sounds so good. The lyrics are deep. I almost wanted to start crying because, of course, me and Christian are the same age, so I can relate to what he's writing, especially when it pertains to something about how you're feeling due to time. But just again, like, it sounds like a bop. I can't wait to hear it. I'm dying to know when it comes out. So yeah, those are the songs and projects that I am super excited for. Let me know if I missed any, because I probably did. Remember to like, subscribe, and remember there's only 2 things I know. I know that Jesus is king, and JT, moi, knows best. See you guys next time.